guys, welcome back to Screen Shine. History Channel's hit reality television series Pawn Stars depicts the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas that's owned by Rick Harrison. Throughout the 8 seasons, viewers have watched the professional pawn stars getting prone to stupidity at times. While the popular scams are well known, it's probable that you've never heard of these 5 scams on this show. So without wasting any further second, let's look at the 5 less known scams on Pawn Star. Number 5. The Ball and Chain. Rick Harrison is not just a renowned television personality, but also a successful businessman, which explains his excellent reputation in the pawn business. Being co-owner of the world-famous gold and silver pawn shop, Rick has displayed professionalism, wit and great decision-making abilities while handling purchases countless times. However, bringing up your A game all the time is no easy task, and unfortunately, at times Rick has made some wrong choices as well. One example was the ball and chain purchase in Pawn Stars Season 5. When a customer arrived at the pawn store claiming to have an original Wells Fargo ball and chain, Rick and the other employees handling the deal couldn't distinguish junk from gold. Even though Rick did have a feeling that the antique could be fake, he could hardly find a solid proof of the ball and chain being completely unauthentic. The Pawn Stars paid $450 for the ball and chain. Later, an expert revealed that the purchase was a mistake, since the restraint device was worth nothing. Number 4. Elviss Guitar. Those who have watched several episodes of the show are well aware of the fact that in the pawn business, it's not about always what an item appears to be physically worth, rather it's the historic link associated with it, and the originality of an antique that determines its value. The show has featured several items that are extremely expensive, only because they once belonged to a famous personality. When an original Elviss guitar was brought to the pawn shop, an expert was called who estimated the guitar's net worth to reach $1 million. Rick was only willing to pay $600,000 for it, but the seller wasn't convinced. Eventually, the guitar was listed at an auction. However, things started to seem a bit fishy when the expert who was called for evaluation himself participated in the auction and bought the guitar. Even though this isn't a direct scam, viewers guess that the expert might have deliberately caused a disagreement between Rick and the seller so that he could get his hands on the Elviss guitar. Number 3. Classic car. In the pawn business, vintage cars are one of the greatest jackpots. However, while buying and selling, one has to be smart enough to make the right choices for earning maximum profit. Otherwise, even the highest grossing vehicles can prove to be useless and at times can even lead to a major loss. The Pawn Stars learned this lesson the hard way after an Austin Healey Sprite was up for grabs. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the name, this small but valuable open sports car was produced in the UK from 1958 to 1971. As soon as Rick saw the Austin Healey, he was thrilled, because in the pawn business the car was extremely rare. However, the car engine wasn't working and the seller brushed it off by making an excuse. Rick mistakenly trusted him and made a deal before paying $5,000 for the car. Rick later realized that it was a stupid mistake when his mechanic revealed that the car would require an extra $6,000 to be fixed. Number 2. Billy Mays jersey. When Corey and Chumley were on duty, a customer arrived at the pawn shop with the intention of selling a uniform which included a jersey and pants. According to the customer, the uniform was an original and belonged to the former professional baseball player, Billy Mays. After thoroughly checking the 2 pieces of clothing, Chumley brilliantly pointed out that the uniform was way too clean, and if Mays had actually worn it, it would have been at least some dirt on it. However, Corey didn't agree and made a deal. It was later revealed that Chumley was in fact right, and the pawn store had lost $31,000 on a fake product. Hey, hold up, before we move on to number 1, do us a favor and please subscribe to the channel, and oh, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our videos. Alright, let's move on to the finale. Number 1. Samurai Sword. This one involves a customer getting scammed instead of a pawn star. In Season 7, Episode 8, which was named The Last Samurai, a lawyer named David visited the pawn store and told Corey that he wished to sell a 15th century samurai sword, which Corey knew was worth thousands of dollars. Even then, he only gave David a shockingly low amount of $1,500, taking full advantage of the fact that the lawyer had no idea regarding the antique sword's value in the market. David later regretted his decision when he watched the episode and saw how the experts stated that the sword was easily worth $5,000. In spite of these scams, the professional pawn stars continue to generate amazingly high revenues. This brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then let us know by liking the video. Stick around for more amazing content, as we will be soon seeing you in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.